An envious person will perceive you confiding in them as you complaining. When somebody has reached a full-blown state of envy, it's important to understand when you are the target, when you're on the receiving end of someone harboring those feelings towards you, you have to perceive the fact that you've been objectified. Everything about your experience, even if it's a positive thing or it could be a negative thing, they're always viewing it from an inferior perspective. Even if you are going through arguably one of the worst seasons of your life, they will somehow, some way, flip it to where they convince themselves and even other people that they still have it worse than you, and that you still have all of these perks, you have all of these advantages, and you're not even deserving of somebody coming in and at least empathizing and sympathizing with you. But to better depict what I mean by through an inferior lens, I'm actually going to read the envious archetype titled The Inferior in this book. And it states, now this is an envious individual who is much more dangerous as they adequately assess their shortcomings and weaknesses, which means they typically have a thorough assessment of how to accomplish things in spite of their inadequacies. Since this person acknowledges they will not be able to beat you in the area they are envious of, what they will do is use others as pawns to play into your demise or even influence you to partake in your own downfall. The type of person who fits the inferior envious archetype typically has a hand in the person that they're envious of's downfall. And this could be better depicted by studying the section titled The Set You Up to Fail tactic. So when we talk about having an envious person or envious people in our atmosphere, when we experience the inevitable in life, we're not only going to have seasons of us, making progress or having momentum, we're also going to have seasons of us having to draw back and us experiencing some kind of hardship and turbulence. But when you experience that season of turbulence, don't make the mistake of confiding in somebody who has already shown you that they're envious of you. They are not interested in actually consoling you. They are interpreting everything that you say to them as if you're complaining, and they will show no remorse as far as rubbing your downfall in your face. And I believe that this will get easier. This discernment will continue to grow when you first and foremost understand the role that everyone is playing, which is kind of synonymous to the section referencing the chessboard and the chess pieces on the board. But I want to specifically read a section in the book titled Heavy is the Head That Wears the Crown, for those who find themselves on the receiving end of hostility. Understand that being different and standing out comes with immense criticism and pressure. Sometimes we find ourselves fixating on people not liking us instead of perceiving it as preparation for leadership. There are going to be people who are envious of this characteristic because they feel it should be their turn, not yours. Some people will make you out to be their enemy for the sake of taking your place. The sooner you realize that opposition comes with the territory, the better. So there are some situations where we're dealing with someone who is setting us up to fail. But there are also situations when we set ourselves up for failure by implementing unrealistic expectations. And what I mean by that is we can't expect an ally out of a known enemy.